A crowded train pulls into the station and panic explodes. One passenger suddenly erupts into flames from the inside. People scatter, screaming, as the burning carriage rolls closer. In the middle of the chaos, one boy doesn't run. He grins. That boy is Shinra. Before he can make a move, a hulking fire monster lurches out from the smoke. Shinra braces to fight, but the special fire force arrives first, weapons out, formation tight. They subdue the creature with swift precision, one member quietly offering a prayer for the soul trapped inside. A glass bulb overhead snaps from the heat and plummets toward a girl's head. Shinra launches like a rocket, ignites the flames in his feet, and snatches her away just in time. He's smiling the whole way through, an odd, unsettling smile that appears whenever he's nervous. Introductions follow. Shinra declares he's a third generation someone who can create fire from his own body. Captain Akiteru Obai of Company 8 studies the footprints Shinra left on the platform and murmurs about the devil's footprints. He's heard rumors. At Company 8 headquarters, Shinra meets the team, the calm but iron-willed Vice Captain Hinawa, the tough, no-nonsense Maki, and Sister Iris, the gentle nun who offers prayers for the fallen. When the captain tests Shinra's nervous tick by stepping in close, Shinra's face pulls into that involuntary grin and Obai bursts out laughing. It's awkward, but it breaks the ice. Over a quiet moment, Shinra shares why he joined. Years ago, a fire consumed his home. His mother and little brother died, and the neighborhood branded Shinra a devil who smiled at tragedy. He's carried that stigma ever since. Joining the fire force is his way to rewrite the story he wants to become a real hero. The team briefs him on what the world is facing. People spontaneously combust without warning, transforming into mindless flame beings called infernals. First-generation victims become infernals. Second generations can control existing flames. Third generations like Shinra can generate their own fire. The fire force lays the souls to rest. Company 8 has one more mission: investigate why human combustion began and who might be behind it. Night brings memories Shinra can't silence. The burning home, his mother's silhouette, a horned infernal in the smoke. The next alarm pulls him back to reality. On sight, the blaze triggers a flashback of the fire that ruined his life. His knees buckle, then the infernal charges. Hinawa drags Shinra up, and the team advances. Shinra steadies himself, fires up, and rockets forward. He darts through the infernal strikes. Sister Iris covers with prayer and suppressant spray, and Shinra plants a crushing kick in the chest. The body crumbles to ash. Outside, the crowd thanks them. Captain Obai puts a hand on Shinra's shoulder. This is the first step on his path to heroism. The next day brings a new recruit, Arthur Boyle, self-proclaimed Night King, Shinra's academy rival. Their banter sparks instantly. They have history, and not the friendly kind. Maki is unimpressed with Arthur's chivalry act, though she blushes when he calls her princess. Hinawa cuts the comedy short. He wants to assess the rookie's abilities for the upcoming Rookie Fire Soldier games. The test is simple. Spar with Maki. Simple for Maki. She launches Shinra skyward with one punch, clamps down on his flames mid-flight, then releases at the last second so he doesn't break his neck. Arthur steps up, and Maki can't control his plasma blade like normal fire. No problem, she grabs his wrist, flips him, and knees him into the mat. He squawks that a gorilla could never be a princess. Maki calmly educates him until he surrenders. Lesson learned: Company 8's muscle is not to be underestimated. An emergency call interrupts the training. The victim this time is a father whose wife turned infernal 2 years earlier. Their little girl watches from the doorway, trembling. Captain Obai reminds the rookies, infernals were people, parents, partners, friends. You never forget that. You show respect. You keep weapons out of sight. You end it peacefully. Inside, something's off. The infernal isn't rampaging, he's kneeling in silence, holding on to the last shred of who he was. Arthur ends it in one clean strike after the team's prayer. As they're leaving, an explosion rocks the building. Obai shields a family photo with his own body and shrugs off falling debris with brute strength. Watching from afar, a mysterious clown-like man smirks. Someone staged this. The clown calls himself Joker. Soon, he slips a small tin of gray powder back into his pocket and vanishes into the smoke. The rookie showcase arrives. Company banners fly, rookies preen, and Shinra spots a striking third generation from Company 1. Tamaki, also from Company 1, snarls when she catches him staring. She has a knack for bad luck that leads to embarrassingly awkward mishaps. As the event begins, Joker intercepts Shinra inside the course. Two unconscious rookies lie on the floor. Joker made sure they wouldn't interfere. He claims to know the truth about the fire that killed Shinra's family and dares him to chase it. Joker fights like smoke, slippery, taunting, and cruel. The gray powder flashes into violent flame. He isn't trying to win. He's trying to tempt Shinra. When Shinra refuses to abandon his dream of becoming a hero, Joker drops a bombshell anyway. 12 years ago, your brother didn't die. He's alive. And the Fire Force is hiding something. Before Shinra can demand answers, Arthur and Tamaki punch into the scene. Joker floods the area with burning ash and tells Shinra to play the hero, save everyone. Sirens blaze. Company 1's Captain Burns arrives, swats the worst of the flames like it's nothing, and orders the chaos contained. Later, Obai thanks Shinra for protecting his teammates, but Shinra can't stop wondering, can he trust the organization he serves? Company 8 keeps moving. News conveniently ignores the Joker incident and the rookie games altogether. Too clean, too fast. Hinawa analyzes the residue. Joker's powder was made from infernal ashes. Meanwhile, Iris stares at a scorched photo and remembers her own tragedy at a church. Another call. A court case involving a disgraced Fire Force member ends in acquittal, and the man combusts moments later, yet he can still speak. Infernals never speak until this one does. Company 5's notorious captain, Princess Hibana, takes an interest. She wants this rare case delivered to her lab, even though it's in Company 8's jurisdiction. The chase cuts across the city. Shinra blitzes in and kicks the talking infernal away from a hostage judge. Arthur follows with a slug to the jaw. The infernal begs for Sister Iris to pray for him as a final wish, but before Company 8 can act, Hibana sweeps in. She drugs Shinra with a wave of heat, plants a heel near his face, and declares the infernal her property for research. When Shinra shakes it off and tries to resist, she casually floors him again and leaves with her prize. Obai plays it calm and negotiates. Company 5 can conduct tests, but they must share their results with Company 8. A smug Company 5 soldier mocks Obai's lack of powers. Maki quietly lays him out with one perfect punch. Even Hinawa nods in approval. Hibana, however, recognizes Iris. There's history, and it hurts. That night, Iris sneaks to Company 5 to confront Hibana. Once, they were sisters in the same church. A catastrophic incident turned nearly everyone there into infernals in a single day. Hibana's faith shattered. She embraced cruelty, power, and the belief that only devils rule this world. She burns Iris's habit in contempt. Company 8 storms the facility. Obai splits the team. Shinra and Arthur must find Iris. Hinawa and Maki neutralize defenses without killing. In the corridors, Toru of Company 5 bombards Hinawa with combustible bubbles. Hinawa calmly calculates angles, rebounds bullets off pipes and walls, and knocks Toru out with a perfect ricochet chain. 3 blondes rush Maki next. They wake up on the floor. Arthur, meanwhile, struggles against a drug-amped infernal puppet controlled by an old handler. He's losing until he realizes he's been wielding his plasma blade with his offhand. He switches to his dominant right, dashes in, and ends the fight in a single radiant slash. The handler pales. Arthur grins. The Night King stands. Shinra reaches Hibana's lab. She toys with Iris and taunts the very idea of God. Then she turns her power on Shinra, lowering his blood pressure, tricking his brain into thinking his body is weaker than it is. Shinra staggers to a knee, breath ragged. but he's stubborn. He tells himself what he knows is true. Heroes stand back up. He powers through the illusion, dodges a storm of flaming flower petals, and drives straight into Hibana's guard with a clean, honest punch. Memories flood back for her, the days she used to make harmless fire flowers to delight the orphans. The photo the sisters took before everything burned. The cruelty was a shell to survive the pain. Iris steps forward and forgives her. Shinra promises if she ever needs help, say his name to the sky, and he'll come running. We'll find out in the upcoming episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such recaps. See you soon in the next mystery.